How's it going, everyone? Want to cover something very interesting that I noticed just a little while ago, and it could be something related to a potential Spartacus or PlayStation Plus freebie in April. It's about Chrono Cross the Radical Dreamers Edition, and I'll talk about why I find this so interesting. Again, it could mean absolutely nothing. I might be looking into this a little bit too much, but I think there's something here, so we'll talk about that. There's an open beta for DNF Duel that'll be kicking off April 1st. It'll be lasting until the 4th. Open beta test, so everybody can check it out. And yeah, we'll talk about that. And a first-person shooter horror title in Quantum Error has gotten a new story teaser trailer. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first up, Chrono Cross the Radical Dreamers Edition. I know a lot of you guys are excited for the game. It's going to be a $20 release on the budget side of things, and we did a video on it. A lot of you guys seem to enjoy that, so we appreciate that, and I'm very much looking forward to the game, even though I didn't have that kind of nostalgic attachment towards Chrono Cross. It's still a JRPG. It looks like they're doing a nice refresh on the game, but I don't really want to talk about the game itself in this video. I just find this rather interesting. We all know that Square Enix and PlayStation, and I had the idea in the back of my head, hey, maybe Chrono Cross the Radical Dreamers Edition could be a game that if you want to get Spartacus up and running, the subscription service, that would be a nice addition. It's not a big budget game. It's not a game that, you know, is a $60 release or anything like that, but it's a $20 release that I think could get people excited. Well, looking up the game on the PlayStation Store, there is no pre-order for this game that's live right now. It is just announced to be released on April 7th of next month, which is the release date, of course. You guys might be wondering, why is that a big deal? It'll just be buyable when it's buyable. Well, it is available to pre-order, meaning that you can buy the game right now on literally every other platform. On Xbox, on Nintendo Switch's eShop, and on Steam. Xbox is the one that I'm just like, yo, this is a Square Enix release, and you're letting people pre-order the game on Xbox before you can even pre-order the game on the PlayStation Store? And I say this because in the past, when a new release would be a PlayStation Plus freebie, usually, and in my recollection, every time, they would not let you pre-order the game before it was available as a Plus freebie, just so they don't dupe people into pre-ordering a game and then it just being a Plus title. Again, might be looking into this too much, just found it rather interesting, and to me, this would be the perfect kind of game to put in a subscription service, given that it's not a $60 release, and I don't know how many of those Sony's going to be adding into the service. And, you know, it fits in line with what I think the PlayStation audience would want. A game that's iconic with the PlayStation 1, JRPG, which is usually associated more so with PlayStation than Xbox, you know, and it's a game that, again, I think people would get relatively excited about. So I just found that interesting. Take it for what it is. I don't know if it's going to be a PlayStation Plus title or if it's going to be a Spartacus title. Just found that rather interesting. And again, it's just a bit strange to me that it's available for pre-order on every other platform except for PlayStation and on the PlayStation Store. So take that for what you will. Maybe I'll look like a fool, but I would also point out Weird West is coming out this Friday, this Thursday. That's another game that, it's an Xbox Game Pass title. I was like, hey, maybe that'll be a Spartacus title as well. Well, that game you can pre-order on the PlayStation Store right now, so you could rule that out. I really don't think Sony would be doing something where, you know, you could pre-order the game and then you kind of get screwed over if Spartacus gets announced and the game is just in Spartacus. Like, I don't think they do that. Also do want to note, Moss Book 2, that drops this Thursday. You can't pre-order that as well. It's just saying announced over on the PlayStation Store. In that case, I don't have that much, you know, other information, given that that is a PlayStation exclusive for the time being. So, you know, that could just be a case of it being announced and they're not wanting to offer pre-orders right now. In the case of Chrono Cross, if it was a PlayStation exclusive and it just said announced like this, I wouldn't have mentioned it. But the fact of the matter is it's available on every other storefront, so I just found that rather interesting. Again, take it for what it is. I am not saying 100% this is going to be a Spartacus title, a PlayStation Plus title, but I just found that rather interesting, and I thought that was worth pointing out. So let me know what you guys think about that. But I'm literally looking at the game on the eShop, Xbox's Microsoft Store, and then also on Steam. pre-orderable on all of those platforms, so take it for what you will. Alright, moving on from that, DNF Duel's second PS5 and PS4 open beta test is scheduled for April 1st to the 4th. If you guys don't know, this is a super stylish Arc System Works fighting title that is coming out. The game visually has a great look. I mean, whenever Arc System Works put out a fighting game, I think that's something that you can always look forward to. You've also got the recently confirmed playable character of Ghostblade, who will be in it, and the game itself will be officially released on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and PC on Steam on June 28th, so if you want to check out a fighting game open beta, you can do that April 1st, and it will be lasting until April 4th. Again, a pretty stylish game there, so yeah, you can check that out. This coming Friday. Lastly, I do want to note, Quantum Error is a game that not a lot of people are talking about at this point. It got kind of an announcement that didn't get a ton of buzz surrounding it, but I saw a lot of comparisons when it was announced to like a Dead Space, and now we have like a Dead Space remake coming as well. Definitely leaning on the horror side of things, but being a first-person shooter. We got a story teaser trailer for the game. The game story coming from Team Kill Media, the developers noted, when the Monad Quantum Research Facility 30 miles off the shore of California is attacked by an unknown entity engulfing the complex in flames and putting it into a full containment lockdown, a distress call is sent for mutual aid to the fire department in San Francisco, California. Fire Chief Sturgis answers the call and sends you, Captain Jacob Thomas, your partner Shane Costa, and a crew by helicopter to the Monad facility. Your mission is simple: save as many lives from the burning complex as possible and get out. However, what starts as a rescue mission quickly plummets into darkness when you arrive and find that things are not as they appear. Quantum Error is a cosmic first-person horror shooter in development by Team Kill Media. It is scheduled to be released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PlayStation 4 in 2022. Interesting that it's on PS4 but not Xbox One. A couple of games I've actually seen do this. The new One Piece game that just got announced, I believe it's a PS5, Xbox Series, and PS4 title, but it's not on Xbox One. Not sure why that is, but yeah, take it for what you will. The game looks pretty interesting, definitely has a darker, grim look to it, so excited to see how that turns out. And again, it is scheduled for a release in 2022, so we'll see if that ultimately does pan out, given that, you know, we're seeing a lot of delays these days, and for a new IP like this, yeah, delay the game if it's not, you know, up to par by the time it's supposed to be released, but hopefully it's making smooth progress. By the way, the game is running on Unreal Engine 5, so it'll be interesting to see performance and visuals on the final product of this game when it does release. But that is gonna do it for me. Again, the Chrono Cross thing, take it for what you will. I found that rather interesting. I think a lot of other people will find it interesting. I mentioned it to a couple of my friends that are into JRPGs, and they were like, wow, yeah, that is interesting. You would think that a game like this would be prioritized or at least put on the same level as the eShop and the Switch release, but in this case, it's just announced, and you know, that immediately made me think, hey, potential Spartacus title, and it fits in line exactly with what I'm expecting out of Spartacus. In the case of Moss Book 2, that's just something that could be something completely irrelevant, not a Spartacus title, but again, another title that I could see being a part of a subscription service. Weird West, you can pre-order that game right now, so I would not expect it in a subscription service, so take that for what you will. Very excited for that game, however. And again, Chrono Cross pre-orderable on all of the other storefronts. DNF Duel getting an open beta test set for April 1st to the 4th, and Quantum Error gets a brand new story teaser trailer. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.